Good morning, students. I am Abdul Wahab, biology lecturer in Bosco PU College, Chitradurga. In this class, we are going to study a first PUC Biology Bridge course. Bridge course is nothing but there are some chapters are there are some topics are there. Those chapters or topics are correlated from high school level to PU level. In the high school level, you already studied, but in brief way. In PU level, you are going to study these concepts in depth. Okay, let us study one by one. I am going to start a topic called as a human physiology. In human physiology, there are different type of life processes or a nothing but a different type of a mechanisms or a different type of metabolic process are there. Human physiology and anatomy, these two are the a branches of zoology or biology. The anatomy, that is a branch of biology which deals with the study of structural aspects of a body, structural aspects of organ of the body. Only structural concepts we are going to study. Such study is called as a anatomy. For example, heart. What is the shape of the heart? What is the structure of the heart? Which are the chambers are there? So this structural study we are called as a nothing but the anatomy. When it comes to the physiology, it is a branch of biology which deals with the study of functional aspects of organ of the body. So any organ, how it perform the function, such functional aspects we are going to call as a physiology. Anatomy and physiology, just like these two are two faces of one coin. Then functional aspects of the organ of the body. Functional aspects, for example, heart. What is the function of the heart? How it pumps the blood, how it receives the impure blood, how it pumps the pure blood without mixing of a pure and impure blood. Okay, so such functional aspect study we call as a physiology. In the first PUC, we are going to study a one complete unit is there called as a human physiology. In the human physiology, we are going to study a process like digestion, respiration, circulation, excretion, reproduction, okay, chemical coordination, etc. These are the a process we are going to study in the human physiology. In the high school level, especially when it comes to the 8th standard, in the NCERT textbook, you already studied digestion, respiration, excretion, circulation, okay, then chemical coordination, nervous system, etc. So in the high school level, what these processes you are going to study a chapter called as a life processes. Yes, life processes. What the digestion, respiration, excretion, reproduction, nervous system is there. These are the processes are very important to lead a life. So that we are called as a these are life processes. Okay, I'm going to just correlate what you studied in the high school level and what you are going to study in PU level. So such correlation concept I am going to discuss in this class. Okay. One chapter is there in the human physiology in the first PUC biology, that is called as a digestion and absorption. Digestion and absorption. In this chapter, we are going to study or discuss first thing introduction. It means what is meant by digestion, what is meant by absorption, what it is, how the process is going on. In briefly, we are going to know. Then Next concept in this chapter, we are going to study food and its components. What different types of foods are there? In that food, what are the components are there? Then what is the significance of the food is there? Next, exactly nothing but biologically or chemically how we are going to define the digestion. The next concept is structure of human digestive system. The human digestive system is consists of two components. One is called as a alimentary canal, sometimes also called as a digestive system. Apart from the alimentary canal, one more is there called as a digestive glands. So in this chapter we are going to study the human digestive system and which are the digestive glands are present in the human being. Then next thing is digestion and absorption of proteins, carbohydrates and lipids. How exactly the proteins are able to digest carbohydrate and lipids. These are the three major macro or food molecule able to digest in the digestive system of human beings. After the digestion process, how and which are the micromolecules are formed, how those micromolecules are entered nothing but absorbed by a blood cells. Finally, in this chapter, we study the disorders of digestive system. Diseases of digestive system. This is the whole a contents of a chapter called digestion and absorption. Let us study one by one. When come to the digestion and absorption, first we are going to study food and its components. Okay. Food is one of the basic requirement of all living organism. So what the a food is there? What the a food is there? The food consists major components like carbohydrate, proteins and fats. The question is why the body needs the food. The body needs the food because the food is provide the energy. By such energy, the body perform its function. Inside the body, which are the organ, tissue, cells or genes, anything is there, they are perform their own or respective function, they need the energy. Such energy is given by these food molecules. Then which are the components of the foods? The major components of the foods are, one is energy producers, body builders and body regulators. When come to the first one, energy producers. Carbohydrates we are called as energy producers. Majorly the carbohydrate produces enormous amount of energy. Okay, then fats also. Carbohydrates and fats, these are the major organic food molecules produces the enormous amount of energy. Such energy is utilized by the animals or human beings body. The carbohydrates. Okay, the second thing when come to the body builders, nothing but proteins. The proteins are very essential for the body builders. These proteins are able to build the body exactly. Then the third one is called as a body regulators. The water, minerals, vitamins, these are a small amount of organic constituents organic substances required to the body and perform the regulation function. They are able to regulate the body normal function. So these are the three major components of food. One is the energy producers, example carbohydrates and lipids. Second one, a body builders, nothing but proteins. Third one is a body regulators like water, minerals, then vitamins. Okay, these are the a food and its components. Then what the carbohydrates are there? We know that the major function is they produce the or provide the enormous amount of energy. Proteins, they build the body. What the organic food molecules, carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, then fats are there, all are very essentially perform the a function is growth, and also they are also able to repair the tissues. When come to the water, helps in metabolic processes, prevent the dehydration. Okay. Then minerals able to regulate the body normal function, also vitamins. Okay, this is about the food and its components. Exactly, we are entered a topic called as a digestion. Digestion, it is a process in which conversion of organic complex food substances into simple absorbable forms. Once again, the digestion means that it is a physiological process in which conversion of organic complex food molecule into simple absorbable form. Such process is called as a digestion. In general, digestion is conversion, breakdown. What it break down? It break down or convert organic complex food molecule into simple absorbable form. Okay, simple absorbable form. Okay, when come to the next one, digestion process, breakdowning process, conversion process, where it is occur. The digestion process occur in a one system called as a digestive system. The digestive system consists two components. One is alimentary canal. Second one is digestive glands. Alimentary canal, it is a canal, a passage where the food molecule able to break down and move from one place to another place, one organ to another organ. Such passage we are called as a alimentary canal. Then digestive glands. Digestive glands, these are the glands able to produce the enzymes. Those enzymes are chemical in nature. Such chemical enzymes are able to break down, cut down, or convert or digest the organic complex food molecule into simple absorbable form. In this way, the food molecules are able to break down and the simple and absorbable form of energy nutrients are formed. These energy nutrients are able to provide the energy. Okay, next, when come to the alimentary canal or human digestive system. See, this is the human digestive system. Okay, structure of human digestive system. When come to the structure of human digestive system, we call our alimentary canal. The alimentary canal begins with an anterior opening called as a mouth, and ends with a posterior opening called as a anus. Anus. The mouth leads the buccal cavity or oral cavity. The mouth leads the oral cavity or buccal cavity. Okay. So the mouth leads the oral cavity or buccal cavity. The buccal cavity is the first part of the digestive system. The buccal cavity consists mouth bordered by lips in front and cheeks at the sides. The roof of the buccal cavity is called as a palate. So in the anterior region we are going to see hard palate, and posterior region we are going to see a soft palate. So in the mouth region, in the posterior a soft palate having a muscular organ which is hanging downwards, that is called as a ovula. It closes the internal nostril while the swallowing of food molecule. So in the mouth, apart from the ovula and palate, also we are going to see the muscular organ called as a muscular movable organ called as a tongue, another called as a teeth. When come to the tongue is a thick muscular sense organ composed by skeletal muscles. The dorsal surface of the tongue is called as a dorsum, DO or SM, dorsum. On the surface of the dorsum there is a presence of a sensory cells called as a papillae. There are different types of papillae are there: circumvallate papillae, fusiform papillae and filiform papillae. These papillae consist of taste buds. These taste buds able to sense the taste of the food molecule, whether the food molecule is a bitter or sweet or salt, sweet or salt or bitter or sour. There are 4 types of taste it able to recognize. Then next, when come to the tongue is a organ of taste. It helps in the mixing of the food molecule and also helpful for the swallowing, nothing but the deglution, and also helpful for the participate in the articulate the speech. Then the buccal cavity is bordered by jaws. The jaws bears the teeth. In the human beings, we are going to study the 3 kinds of teeth. One is called as a thecodont, heterodont, diphyodont. Whatever it may be, the arrangement of teeth in the oral cavity is called as a dentition. Each tooth is embedded in a socket of jawbone. This condition is called thecodont. Then in the human being, the 2 set of teeth are able to occur. Such 2 set of teeth we are called as a diphyodont. Di means 2. The 2 set of teeth are, one is the temporary or milk or deciduous teeth occur in the childhood. After the falling of these deciduous or temporary teeth, there is a one more set of teeth or form called as a permanent or adult teeth in the adult stage. Okay, then heterodont. An adult human being consists 32 teeth. So what the 32 teeth are there? Those are 4 different in types. Such 4 different types of teeth, this condition is called as a heterodont. The 4 different types of teeth are nothing but structurally and functionally different. The 4 different teeth are incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Okay, incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Incisors helpful for the cutting of the food molecule. Canines helpful for the tearing of the food molecules. Premolars and molars are helpful for the grinding of the food molecule. So Next, the dental formula of the adult normal human being is 2123 divided by 2123. 2123 divided by 2123. The first two are incisor and one is canine. Remaining two is the premolars and finally 3 is the molars. Below that same set of teeth we are going to see 2. See from this middle portion 2 1 2 3, 2 1 2 3, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 8 16, here 8 plus 8 16, 16 plus 16 32. The normal adult human being a set of a teeth or nothing but the 32. In children's 212 is the formula. 212 divided by 212. 2 is the incisors, 2 is the incisors, 1 is the canine and 2 is the premolars. There is no any molars. There is no any molar we are going to see in the childhood. So this is about the teeth and tongue which is present in the buccal or oral cavity. When you are move on to the next part is called as a pharynx. Pharynx is commonly called as a common passage or a throat. Why it is a common passage? Because it allows the both air and food molecule. Pharynx is a muscular region. It consists 12 centimeter in length. Okay, then the pharynx able to leads the one more passage, one more tube called as esophagus. Esophagus is a short tube measuring about 25 centimeter long. Then esophagus is a muscular organ. It is commonly called as a food pipe. The air pipe is or wind pipe is nothing but the a trachea. So where the esophagus and trachea is attaches to the base of the pharynx, in that region there is a one lid like structure is present called as a epiglottis. This epiglottis is able to perform the a rhythmic function continuously by opening and closing of the esophagus and nothing but the another a wind pipe called as a trachea. If the pharynx passes the food molecule, then the epiglottis is closes the trachea and opens the esophagus. If the air is comes, then the epiglottis able to closes the esophagus and opens the trachea. In this way, the epiglottis perform the rhythmic in function opening and closing. Okay. Then the food when we consume, when we eat, are received by mouth. In the mouth, with the help of teeth and tongue, the food able to break down and enter into the pharynx, then enter into the esophagus. The food which is enter into the mouth to the pharynx by a soft ball-like structure called as a bolus. Then the food is enter into the esophagus. Then the food is passed. Then the esophagus passes the food molecule into the next called as a stomach. Okay, stomach. When come to the stomach, okay, stomach is a bag-like structure, J-shaped muscular chamber, measures about 30 centimeter long and 10 centimeter wide. The stomach having a 4 parts: upper cardiac, middle fundic and body, and lastly posterior part called as a pylorus. Okay, pylorus. The esophagus which attaches the cardiac part of the stomach, here there is a one wall is present called as a cardiac wall. This cardiac wall is prevent the backflow of the food molecule. Then the pyloric part of the stomach, which is connected to the duodenum of the small intestine. Here also there is a one wall is present called a pyloric wall or pyloric sphincter. This wall able to prevent the backflow of food from small intestine to the stomach. In the stomach, the food molecule stay a longer duration. Here the digestion process is taken place more. Okay, then in the stomach what happens, in the inside the inner wall of the stomach there is a presence of number of folds called as a rugae. This rugae able to increase the surface area of the stomach to store the more amount of the food molecule. The inner wall of the stomach also having a gastric gland which secrete the gastric enzymes. Then when we are moving to the next part is called as a small intestine. The small intestine having a three part. The first part which connected to the stomach called as a duodenum. Then the coiled part is called as a jejunum, and the third part called as a ileum, which is connected to the large intestine. large intestine. The ileum which connect the large intestine, here there is a one connective wall is present called as a ileocecal wall. Ileocecal wall. In the ileocecal wall, in this region there is a presence of a rudimentary non-functional organ is present called as a appendix, vermiform appendix. This function is unknown in the human beings, but this vermiform appendix in the herbivorous animal perform the different type of the function, but in the human beings it is a non-functional. But if any infection will be occur, it may causes a disease called as appendicitis. Okay. Then when come to the next organ called as a large intestine. Okay, large intestine. The small intestine, the wall of the small intestine consists the number of small finger-like projections called as a villi. The villi are in turn made up of a microvilli. This villi and microvilli able to increase the surface area, increase the absorption of surface area. Okay, this wall of small intestine also able to produces the intestinal juice. Intestinal juice. Then when come to the large intestine. So the large intestine is also called as a colon. It is an inverted U-shaped structure, measures about 1.5 meters long and 2 inches in diameter. So the large intestine is divided into a ascending colon, transverse colon and descending colon. Finally, the rectum where the undigested food molecule able to store, and there is an opening is present where the undigested food molecule goes outside called as a anus. So in the large intestine what happens when the food, so in the small intestine the maximum amount of enzymes are able to liberated, secreted. These enzymes are perform maximum amount of a digestion process. The maximum digestion process is taken place in the small intestine. In the small intestine, after the digestion process, the absorption is also taken place. After the absorption of the essential or energy nutrients, that what the non-essential nutrients or non-digested food molecule is there, such non-digested or undigested food molecule is enter into the large intestine. The large intestine able to again absorb the essential energy nutrients as well as absorb the excess amount of water remains in the undigested food molecule. After the absorption of the water and essential food molecule, energy molecule from the undigested food, then the undigested food molecule is passed into the rectum. So in the rectum is a storehouse of the undigested food molecule for some duration. In the rectum, the defecation, the feeling where the feeling in which the undigested food is goes outside, then the anus able to process the such undigested food into outside. So this is called as a alimentary canal or structure of human digestive system. In this canal, in this pathway, how the food is processed. The next class we are going to see the digestive glands as well as a how which are the enzymes responsible for the breakdown of the carbohydrate, proteins and lipid, and one more thing is disorders of the digestive system. Once again, I am going to recall the food is enter into the oral cavity or buccal cavity. Here, the mouth receives the food molecule with the help of the teeth, tongue. The food is digested or breakdown. Such breakdown food molecule is enter into the pharynx. Pharynx is a common passage. It passes the food into the esophagus. Esophagus receives the food and passes into the stomach. In the stomach, the food is stored for longer duration. The stomach, the food is digested. After that, the food is enter into the small intestine. The small intestine, the duodenum is the first part, receives the food molecule. In the small intestine, maximum amount of food is digested. After the digestion of the food molecule, the small intestine with the help of villi able to absorb the entire essential nutrients, that is called the absorption. After the absorption process, the undigested food molecule is enter into the large intestine. In the large intestine able to reabsorb the excess amount of the water and other essential materials, substances from the undigested food. Finally, the large intestine is passes the undigested food into the rectum. The rectum is the storehouse of undigested food for some duration. Finally, from the rectum, the undigested food is goes outside from the body through a opening called as a anus. Okay, next class we are going to study remaining things.